music production.
Other than that, All right, y'all, welcome to another episode of Unfriended. Before we get started, let me go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Panther City Hat Company. If you like comfortable, stylish, and well-made hats with Fort Worth in mind, definitely check them out. Right now, they're going to be doing for the viewers and listeners, going to be doing 15% off at the online store. Just use the code Unfriended at checkout over at PantherCityHatCo.com. It's PantherCityHatCo.com. You can also find them at Panther City Hat Company on Instagram and Facebook. I'm gonna put all the links below. Shout out to Klarity Music Group for the production of this podcast. It's Klarity with a K. You can find them at claritymusicgroup.com or Klarity Music Group LLC on Instagram and Facebook. And today we got Max Million.
What's up?
Yo.
What's up?
Oh, my allergies over here killing me today, y'all. Your boy Rob G, my boy T over here holding it down. So let's see. I did a little bit of, I did what I could, I did a little bit of stalking on you, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so you're Dallas, you're from Dallas, right?
Well, I'm from Detroit actually, but I came to Dallas. My mom came to Dallas when I was about 11. So yeah, I've been here for a minute. 20 now, so yeah, I've been here.
You're 29?
No, 20 now.
Oh, 20 now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So we're just going to start with some basic stuff, man. What do you got going on right now?
Well, I'm working on a project right now. I'm in the midst. We just got started working on another project today.
Okay.
But I'm working on one project, and it's about mental health. And then the second project we're working on right now is about financial literacy. So I mean, we really like attacking some shit right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's like right up my alley, man. I heard, I'm horrible with song names, man, but I heard the little clip y'all posted from, I'm not sure if you were the feature or if someone else was a feature, but I think it had a female on there. That song was...
Thank you.
It was
that Insecure
good
song?
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
what it was. That song was hitting, bro. Like, I like that. But as far as like the mental health and all that, I don't know how deep or open you want to be about it, but I suffer from like severe anxiety and depression. Mm-hmm. So I'm a huge advocate for that. I mean, I always try to incorporate that into almost everything I do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't want to hear it, you know what I'm saying? But it has completely like fucked my whole life up, man. I've been having to battle it and cope with it and find ways to, you know what I'm saying, to keep going. So if you don't mind me asking, I mean, do you suffer from anything, or is it because you know somebody, or?
Well, I mean, my biggest issue will be from, a toxic relationship. Okay. And so mental health for me is more like, I would say, somebody manipulating or somebody trying to fuck over what you hold dear to heart. Like if you start off on a good path and you have a clean life, sometimes we can bump into the wrong people, and we can go from being a good dude to becoming somebody that we don't even realize when we look in the mirror.
Yeah.
A friend of mine just went to jail the other day for capital murder.
Okay.
That went to school with us, and it was due to the wrong influences. So when you talk about anxiety, the project does touch on that. Okay. But it does touch more on the side of toxic relationships.
Okay, yeah. Mental health and illness, I guess. Like I said, I always instantly go to the anxiety, depression, stuff like that. But I tend to even forget that it's a whole spectrum of like what you just said, something it all falls under that umbrella though. But let's see what else we got. Sorry, y'all. My allergies is literally like destroying me right now. Horrible timing. One thing I did want to bring up, man, before I forgot to bring it up, was congratulations on the Spotify stuff, man. Like, what was it? I even had to write it down. I was like, that's what's up. 102. You might as well just call it 103,000 streams.
Yeah. When I seen this shit, I was like, oh man, like if I can do 100,000, I could do 500,000 next year.
Yeah.
Like people think it's hard, but it takes hard work and it takes connections.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't downplay it though.
Yeah, and it takes you jumping in people's DMs. Hey, check out my new song. And people are afraid of rejection. Like, you gonna get rejected.
Right.
People gonna tell you, "Hey, man, that shit is ass." But the way that I handle that is just don't reply.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'm like,
Yeah. Just
I just tell them
keep it
flat out.
moving.
I just tell them flat out, I appreciate the comment in general. Then that fucks with their mind, and then
And
they
then
go
they
and
gonna
actually,
go,
listen to the
okay.
song.
That's a, yeah. That's
Yeah.
a good way to do it, man. See, I do. I mean, as I'm sure I was gonna say everybody, but T over here, he don't really do the social media thing. But bro, I will rarely like click on anybody's stuff when every day I'll get stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, check this out, check this out, check this out. It's got to be something to where obviously something's got to catch my attention to make me want to click on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, you just brought it up. Obviously, it's working for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, obviously, I don't think you're saying like you're putting all the marbles like, and that's just the one form of like marketing that you do. I'm assuming y'all have like I said, obviously something's working for you,
Right.
and I don't think that's all just from hopping in people's DMs, right?
No, it's a bigger spectrum than that. What we do
Yeah,
also is that we have influencers. Like, shout out to Noah Centineo, this guy from Netflix.
Oh, okay.
About 15, 17 million followers. Around this time last year, he reposted my song Insecure, and like most of my fan base came from that.
Okay.
And honestly, I didn't know him like that, but he just followed me.
Yeah.
And the way he followed me was by me reposting my song on a hip hop blog, on Instagram. Spent $10.
Yeah.
Easy. It was the best. What's the term I want to use? It was the best business move I ever did. Spent $10 for a guy with 17 million followers to follow me back.
Yeah, and see, you didn't even know. You never know what's gonna happen with stuff.
Let me correct that. I spent $10 on a hip hop blog to market a video for a guy with 17 million followers to watch it.
Okay.
And then follow me back.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you just said, man, you can like start stacking up, making pretty big jumps.
Mm-hmm.
All in the meanwhile, you're still over here slowly growing while you're over here making these moves to all of a sudden you double up, triple up, this and that, So how long? When did you start that Spotify? If you don't mind me asking.
Last year.
That's it.
Yeah, literally around 2018.
That's some good work, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Like I said, I wish I would have had some more time to like really really dig into your stuff. But let's see, how many? Because I didn't go to your Spotify. I just I don't even know, man. I just went down just clicking on random stuff. I think I started on your Instagram and then led to this, whatever. But how many projects are you sitting on then throughout this past year?
Well, I was working on a project. I was working on a project last year, and it was actually called 914. But in the middle of that project, I went through a horrible relationship to where it was a lot of drama, it was a lot of toxicity, and so it led for me stopping music for like 3 or 4 months, and she literally wanted me to stop doing music. And I just lost my character. I lost the person that I was. And I left her alone after that and went right back to music and found more happiness in doing music.
So did you talk about that at all in your music?
Of course.
Again, I'm gonna go back and I want to listen to this whole project, which would be dope since I can get the get in your head a little bit and then listen to it. Which a lot of people aren't gonna have the luxury of doing. They're gonna just listen to it, which is dope. But
well, if you could check out my 2 new singles. You got Pray. I just released that last month, featuring Lottie. Shout out to Lottie. And we got Earthly Love, which is a banger, man. It's a smack.
Okay.
We just released that featuring Maurice. And so those are the 2 lead singles right now off of the upcoming project.
Yeah. I'll put these links if you want me to below for y'all, so y'all can. People are lazy, you gotta make it easy access. But I'll put whatever links below you want. I'm gonna go check them out myself, man.
Thank you.
Let's see, you got anything? You're just gonna be quiet the whole time again.
Nah, man. See, you had the dialect going. But coming from the D up there to this D, which one do you prefer? Where you at about that?
I'm sorry, bro. My bad. I didn't mean to be goofy. But,
I know.
But, coming from Detroit down to Dallas, see, we actually have an interview up in Detroit next month. And my manager's sitting right here to the side. He's never been to Detroit. But compared to Dallas, it's a grimy-ass city. Like, it's trash everywhere. It's less opportunity, and Detroit went from being the motor city to a destroy city. And so I feel like, coming out here was actually more of a blessing for me that I didn't realize. Because when you're young, you're 11.
Yeah, you
you miss it. But then it's like the older you get, gas is how much? You know what I'm saying? You start taking those opportunities and saying we blessed.
Definitely.
You know, there's so many jobs out in Texas. It's not even funny.
Yeah, definitely. Do you still go back often?
Last time I went to Detroit was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Was it personal music related? You always just trying to.
Can't remember what I went to Detroit for. I think it was see my family or something like that. But
okay, so you do still have you hadn't told them like y'all should come down to Texas.
We tell them all the time, but you know they used to that cold weather.
Yeah.
They used to that lifestyle, and they just don't want to leave. So
I get it.
Them.
I get it. I've thought about moving a million times, man, but honestly, I like it here, man. Mm-hmm. I really do, and not just Texas, but like more specifically, I really fuck with Fort Worth, DFW, but really like Fort Worth. But at the same time, it's like a whole world out there, man. You know, so I do travel, but as far as like moving, man, like Detroit, that's I have a buddy that just moved there, and he's been telling me I need to come up there. Obviously not for Detroit, but just to see him, or whatever. But I definitely would want to go just to see, because you're not the first person. Obviously, it's not a secret. I just want to go see it. And he works at the VA, so he's seeing a lot of just dark stuff up there. And
it's a corrupt city. I mean, when I was growing up, like age 10, I think the governor was Kwame or something like that. Dude was stealing money. From the city, and so just watching this shit is like. Everywhere we turn, you got the police corrupt, you got the politicians corrupt, you got the crooks corrupt.
It's everywhere you turn, though.
Where is safety at in the city? But
I know there is none over there, right? No. Again, I've never been, so I'm just picking your brain.
Honestly, bro, Detroit is. If I could describe Detroit is like Gotham City. Like
really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's very crazy. On a Chicago, Detroit, let's just you always got to look out for yourself, man.
It's crazy because even before y'all got here, he's in the shower. Big Sean song came up. He's talking about Detroit and this and that, and he'll paint like a whole different whether he means to or not. Obviously he's not making it seem like a paradise, but he talks about this and that, but like I said, man, it's just. I just want to go see it for myself, man. Like I said, I'm just blessed to be here, man, in DFW. But one thing I did want to ask you, and I ask everybody really from Dallas, this question is, have you noticed or even just like thought about? Well, first of all, before I ask that, do you ever do any like shows or events over here in Fort Worth?
There was a show I was trying to do last year at the Coyote. I think it's a Coyote like movie theater or something like that. What do y'all call it? It's that movie theater outside.
That drive-in thing.
Yeah. We was trying to get a.
I didn't know they even did performances there. That'd be a dope little spot.
I was trying to get some set up for the summertime over there, but I lost touch with the program director over there, so that just totally went out the window. But with the project that we're putting out right now, definitely, I'd love to come out here. I mean, we had an interview at K2CU last year, and that went well, and so I told myself I would come out and perform out here at some venues over here soon. So,
dude, that's what's up, man. What is it called? Panther City Propaganda. They have hip hop happy hour. Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah,
hip hop happy hour. It's every Friday, right? Or maybe last Friday, then something like that. Every other something like that. It's called Hip Hop Happy Hour, and it's literally happy hours from like 2 to 6. It's a free event, and it's just dope networking. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to hop on stage, cool. I mean, it's not like an open mic thing. It's like literally, I mean, legit perform. People out. Whatever, man. Just having a good time, and it's starting to grow. I mean, you can get some fans, sell some merch, meet people, network, stuff like that. It's a free event, So, as far as like hip hop, that's something I would definitely recommend. As far as like Fort Worth, if you're going, come out here and actually get some work done.
But the more, why do they call Fort Worth the funky town? Like
it's funky town.
It's just funky town, bro.
Like groovy, as far as like funk.
Yeah, we with the funk.
Yeah, when I sit here and I think about music as an artist, I've been listening to so many spectrums of music. It's not even funny. Like I was just listening to Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson last night. with this song called Say.
Yeah.
And then, last week I've been studying on Anderson .Paak. And so I really want to do a lot. Want to do a lot when it comes to music, not just hip hop. I have the vocabulary for it and I have the flow for it,
Yeah.
So,
yeah, definitely. They he plays a lot with Thundercat. And right now, dude, the drummer and the keyboardist that he's playing with are actually two kids from Dallas. And I've done a little bit of work with them. I've recorded some stuff from both of them, but dude, believe it or not, they're actually just kids.
How old are they?
Let's see, the girl just started college at Harvard, or it's either Harvard or yeah, I think it is. I think it's Harvard. But dude, she's like a genius. I've only had 1 or 2 conversations with her. But dude, she's just crazy on this white girl. She's crazy on the keys. The drummer, he played for Mac Miller for a little bit.
Rest in peace.
And and then somehow, dude, they found Thundercat, found them, or they found Thundercat. I'm not sure, but he's off the wall like that. And the way that they play is not. It's very unique. Dude, I wish I had, again, man, my allergies are literally making my brain run 1,000,000 miles an hour. What is his name, dude? He's a couple years younger than her, though, so he can't be, but 18, something like that.
Nah, it's not Katandra. It's not him.
Donnie, her name's Donnie on the keys, but his name is dude, he's gotten write-ups. I mean, he wins award, Dallas Observer stuff all the time. I just can't remember his damn name. But dude, yeah, somehow, not to stay on the topic too long or whatever, but it's just dude, it's dope, man, to see, like, bro, shit, random stuff could just happen, man. If you're talented, and you just click with the right people and your energy links up, then it's just dope seeing that. That's one of a million dope stories, like these, whoever would have thought.
When I think about Dallas artists, I think one thing that we struggle with from Dallas to Fort Worth, particularly Dallas to Fort Worth, is that we don't have a platform for unity. I was
just about to say teamwork, man.
Yeah, the only thing that I see setting us back is a level of jealousy. You go to places like Atlanta, you go to California, go to New York. There may be a level of hostility, but there's gonna be somebody, even Houston. There's gonna be somebody who comes around and is like, "Dude, shut that shit down." Like, yeah, we trying to get money together,
bro. If you end up making it out here, bro, you pretty much just gotta get out of here. You're gonna, it's not. I used to look at it like, man, all these people making it, they turning their back on the city and they thinking but it's like, once you start paying more attention, bro, the jealousy is so strong, especially in Dallas. Like, bro, you'll get your ass shot.
You know, and I had to. This is something I had to do. Like, I'm a dude. I'm not an asshole, dude. I'm not a prideful person. I can have my standards, but man, I have to be an easy person to work with.
Right.
I find it hard to try to reach out to artists when I say, hey, let's work or let's do something. Yeah, sure, let's do something, and then reach out to them again, and it's kind of hard to get in contact with them.
Right.
So I got to the point to where I just unfollow a lot of artists that are on the same caliber as me or in the same league as me.
Okay.
Because I noticed that I would be watching their content and following their content, and I'd be like, damn, they doing more than me, or damn, they doing something that I'm not doing. When really I noticed that when I stay in my own lane, I do more than what I'm not supposed to be doing. Okay, Kobe Bryant said, work harder than your potential, meaning you got to outwork harder than what you think you can work.
Right.
You got to put in more work than you think you can put in.
Yeah, again, rest in peace to him too.
Yeah, rest in peace. But yeah, you got to outwork yourself. You can't be too mind-boggled with trying to catch up with other people's work. Out here in Dallas, other people feel like they have to be the ones to make it.
You think you're slick over there,
huh? They think they got to be the ones to make it. But
Where would you say you at right now in your let's say you modeling your career musically after someone? Where would you say you at as far as your journey? I know you can't see the future, and I'm not asking you to.
Maybe like
where are you at right now? Like, give me some facts that let me know like where you at.
Honestly, J. Cole said your life can change in 1 year. So I can't tell you where I'm at. I just know I wake up every morning,
That's a good
I
answer.
put that grind in, and I go to sleep. Some days I go to sleep a little mad at myself because I feel like I didn't put enough in. But some days I go to sleep feeling like, yeah, I did that. So
Yeah.
honestly, I can, shit, 1 month from now, somebody from
Uh,
Atlantic or Island could say, yo, we fuck with you. And, that's my career. But as far as like where I'm at, couldn't tell you. I just work hard every day. No excuses. I don't believe in handouts, and I just do my thing.
Oh, so why you think that it is the way that it is? No unity. Um, any MCs, artists like personally in Dallas, Fort Worth area, or like you follow on people's works, but like even Detroit, why you think it's no unity as far as people getting together, coming together, knocking doors down like Pimp C say?
Well, I'm gonna say it just like this. I feel like y'all are y'all on game with the whole Yellow Beezy and Mo3 situation.
that was pretty much, I mean,
What y'all
one of the
talking
main
about?
references.
Well,
Yeah,
they get into it,
and that's
yeah.
Yeah,
one of them.
well, I'm not afraid to say it. I mean, I feel like they can get more money. I had an argument with a coworker the other day. I said, man, they get more money together if they just
Yeah.
collaborated. Yellow Beezy is a phenomenal artist.
Mhm.
Great hooks, great bars. Mo3, he is savage when it comes to the mic. But you don't get nowhere as a crab tearing another crab down in the bucket, man. When we allow ourselves
Exactly.
to see unity and see the bigger picture, the money is bigger for everybody.
So with the demographic that we have, do you feel like the beef didn't elevate that game to another level because Mo3 got a record deal after they beefed? You know what I'm saying? Go yeah yo, he got on after they beefed.
They could have been higher
But
though
but I'm gonna
if
tell
they
you
were
something.
together. I don't know. We'll never know. I guess.
Yeah, we never know. But I mean, we hatred never got nobody nowhere, bro. I mean, yeah, the quick clout is something, but
That's what I was gonna
I
say.
want to
Quick
see
maybe, but it's taken
you.
away
I
just
want to
as
see where
quick.
it's at 10 years from now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the result of Tupac and Biggie. People actually believe that shit. People took it to heart
Mm.
when Biggie came to California. It was
It
fucking
was a
with Biggie.
war,
It was for real.
real
And
life.
Biggie out the mouth of his own words was like, "Nah, I'm not about that. Like, I love Pac. Pac was so caught up with the whole action. He thought Biggie really was out for him, man.
Right.
So it gets you nowhere but death. And we can't lose two phenomenal people in the city who just broke out of the city. I mean, what's the purpose of that? They both are from Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, it almost happened. Unfortunately, I mean, that's what I'm saying is, like, I mean, like I said, you took the words right out of my mouth, dude. Like Atlanta, they are all just lifting each other up, And but again, I'm right there with you as far as like just no excuses though, man. That it is what it is, bro. So you can't be over here like, yeah, the reason I'm not doing this is because man, Dallas is it's like there's fact to it, but it's like I sit with you as far as no excuses, then, bro. Like, you know what I mean, like. I don't know what the answer is. I don't even think there is an answer in a sense. And everybody's got their own journeys, and there's no one way to do anything. But
Well, I got beef with a couple of artists. Well, I didn't say beef, but I don't feel right about some artists right now. You know what
right,
I'm saying? But that's everybody. But the problem is that you don't bring issues to the forefront.
right,
Because then when other people get involved in your business, it goes totally
left
left
real
than the
quick.
way you thought it was gonna go.
Exactly.
Keep your business,
And
your business.
that's how Pac and rest in peace, Biggie got killed.
So
Niggas was in
would
their
you
feelings
be
and did that.
open to moving to somewhere like Atlanta?
Of course, I'd move there, but it'd only be for a particular time. I'm a big believer in experience. Like a person has to go somewhere in order to talk about the topic that they're talking about. When
Right,
Kendrick was working on Good Kid, Mad or To Pimp a Butterfly, dude literally flew to South Africa.
right.
Like it took him about I think 3 years to finish the project. He was traveling, reading, studying. So yeah, I'm a big believer in traveling to get something done.
I mean, Lauryn Hill, she put out one album or whatever, and, in the interview, she'll say, like, well, obviously, she was supposed to be working on the second one, and she's just so, I guess, just real that she was like, I haven't lived enough. I got to go live some more life, so I have stuff to talk about. I'm not just going to talk about some made up stuff or like this and that. She's like, I gotta live some life so I can write about something.
Shout out to artists like her and Jay Electronica. He just announced he's gonna come out with his with
I
a
know
new
I
album.
saw that, bro.
I was like, please just come out with an album, bro.
Man, people have been begging him for
Yeah,
over a
Since
decade now
09.
to like
since '09.
to do something, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, bro. Let's see, man. Like I said, man, I try to keep this thing just like I guess I don't want like a question answer thing, but I obviously do want to pick your brain while you're here, man. Well, actually, let me bring this up first, man. I noticed on your Instagram, it was you. I mean, obviously you're independent, and you seem to be proud of it because you said, man, I'm independent and look what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So,
Of course.
and with that being said, how do you feel about just the whole independent versus being signed? I mean,
Tell you the truth, I believe anybody is a Fortune 500 company. Look at y'all. Y'all set all of this up with evidently the money out y'all own pockets. Where was Apple formed? Where was Google formed?
yeah,
In a garage.
Garages, man.
And so the problem is that a lot of people see labels are no different than overly priced loans. And people don't have common sense when it comes to financial literacy or financial ethics. And so we'll take that check and won't read the contract
Right.
and fuck ourselves over as artists. It happens all the time. And I had the experience to me. I had a label come to me, and you finna just shake your head, but I had a label come to me for $3,000 for a 15-year contract. That's rent money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm proud to be.
You would think I'd be shaking my head, but I've heard it all, dude. And I also understand just all the not all of it, but I mean, if you've just that, we've talked about it a couple of times on this podcast, bro. Like, if you're just that broke, or like you said, man, unfortunately, especially in the rap game, I don't even want to say that, dude. Just younger cats in general. Man, I mean, if you're not surrounded by at least a couple of good people or somebody looking out for you, you're like, 3,000. All you hear is 3,000. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, you might, depending on where you're at in life, you might think that's a ton of money, or you might really be so broke that your mom's is over here about to be homeless, and like that could, you're not even listening about the 15. You're just like, bro, I could pay her rent, bro. She about, like, who knows? But
Well, I'm gonna tell you on that topic. Master P almost got signed by Jimmy Iovine. I'm not sure when it was, but Jimmy Iovine offered him $1 million contract. Now I'm not sure what was on that contract,
right,
but it was so negative to the point where Master P, went to his brother and told him, "How much you think I'm worth if Jimmy Iovine is offering me $1 million?" He's like, "I got to be worth probably $5 million, $10 million at the max, right?" Master P turns the record deal down and only has $500 in his pocket.
Yeah, man.
Know your worth.
You know what I'm saying? So honestly,
Definitely.
that at the end of the day, like the brother said, you got to know how much you're worth, and you got to know your demand. Because the tables change when you have the level of power. Nipsey Hussle went from
Completely
being an independent artist to being signed to Atlantic Records through a distribution deal.
Right, yeah. Own all your masters, this and that. Again, RIP.
Yeah.
Bringing up a lot of people on this episode.
I think we honor the legacy every time we mention him. We say rest in peace, but I don't believe a man is dead until we stop mentioning his name.
Yeah, that's the main thing I like about really just any art form, man. Is that it's like it's being documented in a sense. Music, like writing books, articles, architects that can build like stuff like that to where it's being documented, man. That's gonna not in like an egotistic way, like but. I mean, I think anybody would be lying if they said they don't want to, you know what I mean, be remembered, hopefully for something positive, and have put a footprint on that's you can be proud of, and your family can be proud of, and that you could build and stuff like that, So that, like I said, music is perfect, man. It's all documented, man. You could never die in a sense, People can always play that. They can always hear what you got to say. They can always, it's there,
Yeah.
And outside of art, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what other industry or route you could go to have something that could live, forever. I guess it's, unless it's in the form of like other people just continuing to talk about you or think about you, but.
Well, I believe all things are art. Art is an imitation of life.
Right.
When you listen to music can be so powerful sometimes to where it can make you want to fight somebody and you're the only person in the room. Or music can be so powerful to where it makes you want to start a revolution of peace.
Yeah.
When you live in a society of evil.
Yeah.
So art is the imitation of the heart and the imitation of life. Art is whatever you define it to be.
Yeah. That I mean, that's 100% true. But But yeah, man, I forgot how. I don't even know how we got onto that. Oh, that's actually. Let me take a couple steps back. When I first brought up like just Fort Worth and Dallas and all that stuff, what I was originally gonna ask you was, and again, I said I have asked the last couple of people we've had from Dallas is, have you noticed or realized that people from Dallas do not come to Fort Worth to really do anything.
Yeah, I mean,
but people from Fort Worth,
go to Dallas
fans
to do
will
the
go.
shows. Of course.
What do you think is going on there?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, for me, it's just a drive. It's a far drive. It's about an hour and a half drive.
Yeah, that's a drive. but like we always say, it's the same drive for the people from Fort Worth going to Dallas to see a show.
I mean, personally, this is my opinion, but I could be wrong. I feel like, a lot of people don't think there's much opportunity out in Fort Worth as much as there is out in Dallas. So then they're like, why would I go out to Fort Worth?
Yeah,
but really, there is that golden mine, opportunity out here in Fort Worth. Like you said, I can't remember. I think it's Panthers or Panther Pride or Panther. What is it?
Panther City.
Panther City. Who would know about that out in Dallas? We got Deep Ellum, but Panther City probably might be the next Deep Ellum when it comes to music and when it comes to culture.
Well, what they say about like 2022 for Fort Worth is going to be bigger than Dallas?
Well, you pretty much right on target with it. Panther City is majority of musical collective stuff that's going on is going through Panther City. Pretty much brewing companies, clothing, hats, obviously, music. People coming up musically, but it's not like it's just a platform. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about Lou Charles? Let's talk about that brother.
I played drums for him for about 2 years. Did 2 South by Southwest with him, I think. Toured with him a little bit.
I've only heard a couple of his songs, and I can't remember the name of his songs. Not in a bad or good way.
Shout out Lou Charles. Yeah, he yeah, that's my boy. I had parted ways with him. I started touring with someone else, and I played just about every instrument, man. And I linked up with him for a while. Like I said, it was a good run, man.
I brought it up because he's from Fort Worth. That's the only artist I know from Fort Worth.
Yeah, and he's got the mayor backing him. Betsy Price is a big fan, and he also his music is extremely marketable in the sense of the profanity is it's there, but it's to the point where when you make a clean edit, you don't have to do a bunch of crazy stuff, and but he's still going in though. I don't want to, again, not that you have to cuss to go in, but it's just it's not it's hip hop, man. I enjoyed playing for him. Like I said, we played some really big shows. Again, shout out to you, Lou, man. Did a lot of dope stuff. He has every year he puts on a Lua-Palooza. It's for his birthday, and I did it with him. 2 years. He did the first one. I did the second and the third one with him. And the second and third one sold out, dude. It was at Main at Southside. It's actually where the hip hop happy hour is hosted at, and that's like 5 minutes from here, dude. It's a dope little venue. I think it holds like 350 or something. Just like nothing. It's a good size. I mean, it's nothing huge, but that's pretty damn big, dude. I mean, especially again for an independent local rapper in DFW, where people are extremely jealous. And
he would think labels
to get 350.
He would think A&Rs would pay attention to numbers like that. You would think they would look at stuff like that. But really, I feel like an A&R or a label really just wants the quick buzz. The labels and A&Rs don't take the time to groom artists anymore. They don't work on artist development. You look at Alicia Keys, and we think when she came out with that song "No One" in 2011, we think that's when she popped. But it's like, nah, Alicia Keys has been on the scene since like 2000. You know what I'm saying? So, there really is no such sense of artist development or a label looking at artists who are putting in the work and putting in the grind, and, unless it's TDE or a Dreamville,
right?
But labels putting, tell them flat out like, hey, we'll back you until you get that leading single. I feel like a lot of labels just want that popping single right now.
Definitely, yeah. So just from talking to you, it's safe to say obviously you're gonna make smart decisions, but so you're not opposed to being signed. Yeah, obviously we just have to be. You would have to feel right about it.
Yeah, as far as like the deal and who I'm with, I would have to feel like because a deal is a business relationship essentially. So
Should be a win-win. Hopefully.
before you shop it and sign it down, I want to make sure you have my best interest, and I need to make sure that I have your best interest.
Right.
That's what I believe a good contract is for. What can I do for you, and what can you do for me?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Win-win. Unfortunately, most are not that way. But you know, and I don't
That's
even.
everything in life.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was just thinking too.
Can I say about that relationship? The 80-20 bullshit. Can I say that? Yeah, man. So
Yeah, we
so-
got it. You can't just say that and then not tell us.
okay,
You
so
have
a manager's girlfriend, man. A manager's girlfriend. With anything in life, you know, you're gonna hear some bullshit. But, you know, this is crazy shit I heard. She told this man that the relationship is built on this basis of him giving 80% and her giving 20%. And I said, what the fuck?
wow, that's pretty specific too.
Yeah, everything in life.
Instead of her making 80% of the decisions, then I make 20.
Yeah, that bullshit. Yeah. See,
Yeah,
like I
so,
said.
So how long did that last, man?
Oh, I'm still with her, but not.
Yeah. He put an end to that.
Okay.
I'm thinking like a kiss.
It's pretty much
Like
I never plugged that in.
that's like on that movie. He say you supposed to lean in for the kiss 80% of the way. She's supposed to come the other 20. Well, it ain't 80-20. Like
I mean,
Yeah.
it's different
she
though.
go
Like talking
10.
about decisions and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, nah, man.
I just find it funny because that just means I might as well as write bitch on my forehead.
All right.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, you know,
Right.
but yeah.
Oh, all right, I'll say it this way. You might as well wear the pants. I might as well wear the panties then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All the metaphors, we can keep them going. Be easy. But hey, man, sounds like it's working out for you though now. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck, but I hope it'll work out.
Hope you're happy. Hope it's 50-50, you know, something like that.
Let me ask y'all something before we
Yeah,
move on to
no,
the
go
next.
ahead and ask
Toxic
away.
relationships.
Like I said, you can-
Like, you know, when it gets to the basis of it, have y'all been through some shit or have y'all been
bro,
through
this whole time, and that I'm gonna be honest with you, that's another one of the reasons why I'm over here not being the smoothest like I normally am. Is like I said, it's not just my allergies, but just like toxic. You know, as soon as we started talking, we were talking about toxic relationships, and so this whole time I've just been having this fucked up situation just like going through my head. You know what I mean? And bro, I've been single ever since then, bro, and that was. I mean, that shit damn near. I mean, dude, I talk about that shit still with my psychiatrist, man.
yeah.
And I'll say this too, man. Just, bro, this is just for y'all, and for the viewers and listeners. I know I bring it up quite often, but like, bro, go talk to somebody if you got some shit going on, man. Like. You know, again, I should have went to talk to somebody a long ass time ago, but I kept saying, oh, I got my people though, I got my friends, I talked to them, they listen, blah 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 blah. But when I went to a fucking professional and found one that I actually really clicked with and that actually cared about me, bro, you start digging stuff up that you didn't even know was even there, and you just. You know, like I said, that was just something I had to bring up, man. If anybody's over there debating on whether you want to get help or not, like,
What type of questions do they usually ask you? Because, like, with my project, on the basis of, like, toxic relationships or people who go through mental, you know, illness, I know a lot of times stuff can span from childish history. So do they dig deep with your childhood or do they just, you know, start at the root of the problem?
see, I went to two, man, and that's the thing is, you know, I even did some research before going into it, and average, people were saying that it took them between 3 and 5, you know, attempts to find somebody who they actually could click with and work with. You know, I got lucky on the second one. The first one I went to was just asking, I could tell it was just real fake, and the questions she was asking were just very like, I don't know.
Uniform.
Just yeah, you know. I don't know how to explain it, man. But the questions were just very just cliche, and dude, it's hard to explain, man. But the second one I found, who actually really ended up, you know, helping me out, and who I still you know, work with now. I mean, dude, it really just kind of depends on a lot on you, like how you go in there, you know? Like I kind of went in a little closed off at the first 2 or 3 sessions because I'm still deciding if I want to start telling this person my deepest, darkest stuff, you know? And she kind of bounced off that, you know? So it's kind of hard to answer that, dude, because I can only speak for me, you know? And it.
Well, I know for me, I think I don't want to give the the name of the project away, but therapy for me is essentially just every time I get on the mic, every time I relay my message, every time I speak on a beat, I'm releasing this energy of hostility or this energy of happiness that I don't get from doing nothing else. And I know it's like that for a boxer, it's like that for a person who plays basketball or even a politician when they speak.
Yeah, whatever if you're blessed enough to have found that your outlet. You know, that's kind of why I was asking you before. I mean, so obviously that's a form of therapy for you, but even though you're not, you may not even be talking about it. It's still, it's still are you trying? We got to cut.
No.
Mental health, bro, is something that's real.
You over here like a third base
it,
coach
bro.
over here
I'm
giving it. I know y'all got some little
mental
signals
health
and
is
throwing to them.
something that's real prevalent always in life, bro. Don't let nobody fool you. It was prevalent in 1700s. I ain't gonna go that far back. It was prevalent in 1980s. It's prevalent now in young men. And generational mental health is something people don't know how to explore, bro. Because when you're young, they gonna tell you, like you said, that childhood memories or whatever. They gonna say that's what molded you into being that. You had mental problems back then. They just didn't address them as that. You got referrals. You got sent to the office. You got this and that. You got kind of dictator type role over you saying like this is punishment, you got an ultimatum. Now that you get older, it's not no cop out or it's not no fallback option, but it is mental health. People gonna start using that as you need to go get yourself checked out. You shouldn't be doing these type of behaviors. It was always that real. Nobody took it that serious. Now that we're of the age as young men, it's predominantly on us as one another. We need to be speaking to one another about some mental health stuff.
Yeah, so you're just saying basically just talking in general.
Talking in general.
For so long,
this right here, what we doing is probably a big advocate as a mental health platform, if you want to call it that.
Well, when it comes to people who even struggle with it, some people, I'm gonna say predominantly, a lot of black people don't go to therapy, and that's just honestly.
That's what I was about to say.
We don't do therapy.
People think it's weak or they don't want to look, and this is so stupid, man. That's why I was saying go talk to somebody, man.
Check it out. We'd rather go to detention, or we'd rather go to this is in school, to the ISS. Rather than to sit down with that teacher and apologize and explain what we're going through at home. And then the same thing transfers over out into the real world.
Exactly.
We'd rather go to the prison cell or the jail cell before we let somebody tell us, hey, man, if you don't develop some self-control, you're going to lose your life.
Skills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, I'm sorry, but, I can't be sorry, but I am sorry. But a friend of mine locked up, capital murder, $1 million bond. I don't know how much time he's going to do, but he can do some serious time at the age of 20, man. You sit there and you thinking, it's like, damn, like, I don't know what dreams he had, I don't know what aspirations he had, but if you don't get that checked out at an early age, it fucks you up for life.
Not
Small
to say
mistake.
He ain't ruined. Don't get it confused. He's still alive, bro. He's still winning. If you wake up every day, you still winning, but your mental health ain't there, bro. I'm gonna just say it like that. You lost it at what you want to get done and accomplish. You ain't gonna be able to do that. You want to have kids, you can't have kids in no jail cell. You want to complete your degree, ain't no professor coming to the jailhouse, obviously. But you ain't lost because you just need to find your way. You see what I'm saying? And you got a lot of things going on, whoever that is. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that while you're in there, you're making the most of your time and making the most of what's accessible to you, because it's going to be a lot of things that's temptation and it's dangled in front of you and it look like gold, but really it ain't. You know what I'm saying? You need to get to the root of what's the problem, and once you get to the root of what's the problem, then you can kind of address that fact. But
I mean that could branch out into a whole tree of different things we could discuss. But we can get lost up in that.
Before we get deep in that, what's on your jacket though?
Hey, this is Panache, the newest sponsorship that we just been acquired with.
Okay.
Or Panache, I'm sorry, that's that Detroit lingo, nigga. But it's Panache, and we've been blessed to have this gear,
That's what's
And
up.
honestly, it just means elevated. You know, she's a big believer in people elevating their lifestyle or elevating their position. So thank you for the merch. And yeah, I
No,
think
I'm gonna
everybody
have
who
to check
sees
them
it.
out. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to check
definitely.
that out for
Definitely. I'm
real.
going to send you a link. Yeah, definitely.
And
Yeah.
89, okay, because
Yeah.
you know that's all me. 1989.
Yes, sir.
So you said so
Yeah.
is she based out of Dallas?
I think she.
was living out here in Houston
Okay.
and Dallas, but she's originally from New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans.
Shout out
Okay,
New Orleans,
I'm
man.
gonna have to look that up, dude. I
Yeah.
like that simple stuff like that, bro.
she
I don't
dope.
like all that crazy. That's just me personally. I like that clean looking shit.
Of course.
Like,
They had wore that.
Yeah.
oh really?
Yeah. She's had a lot of people, a lot of big names wear her shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that, bro. I'm gonna definitely have to look it up. Like I said, I don't want to dip too into that. Like I said, we about to wrap this thing up. That's what I was saying. That could branch out into a whole nother episode, bro. That we can have him back on it. We can dive deeper into all that stuff. But like I said, the last thing I'll say about this is like you still have me over here thinking like how to answer that question. But like I said, it's kind of hard. It just depends. Like I guess it just depends on like how. How much you would want to open up would determine what kind of stuff they're gonna ask you. You know what I mean? Like after the second time, I started kind of telling her like why I was really here, and then like I said, it was gonna differ from person to person. The first person was more like a movie. Like you go sit down and she was just like, so how, I mean, how, from basic stuff to just how have you been feeling to. I don't know, dude. It just seemed more like a fake movie type of situation. I can't even remember. The questions were so cliche that I literally I don't even think I was there, bro. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, we don't want to keep you here forever, dude. Like I said, I also didn't want to sit here and interview you. I just kind of wanted to chop it up a little bit.
Nah, man, I see all the connections on the table. I
Yeah,
see
we're slowly.
So far, shout out to So Far. My goal is to perform on that platform this year. And when I go and perform, I kill that shit. So
well, here's what I'm gonna tell you. I worked for them for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you get your money before you play. That's what I'm gonna tell you right now.
Really?
Yeah.
They tell you they give you money?
See, bro,
They bullshit?
that's why I quit, man.
Yeah.
Hey, do it though, because the exposure is dope. I'm
It
not gonna
is.
lie to you.
No. A lot of people
The
up there. You see
exposure.
a lot of
I'm
people
just gonna
up there.
keep it real. Like I said, I just didn't like.
How they bullshit you on your money?
I got my money. I worked for them. I'm saying I didn't like how they were bullshitting. Dude, a big article. Google it, dude. It just came out probably 6 months ago, maybe 7 months on so far. How they've been racking up X amount of money, telling the artist, not paying artists, this and that. They're supposed to be paying the artist, dude.
Well, that's what we got him for. This man
Get your
right
money.
here,
Yeah.
on
For
bullshit.
real, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, but like I said again, dude, I'm just being real. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite, bro. It's really dope too, dude. That's why I stuck around for 3 years. It's dope. I met a lot of people. Actually, the band I ended up touring with, I recorded them at So Far, and that was like 3 years back. And I just stayed in touch and made networking connections. And then they needed a drummer and blah blah blah. And I don't even want to say the name of that band. But you can make a lot of just even as an artist, dude, from that one night, there's gonna be 3 or 4 other artists. You're gonna meet up, blah blah blah. This just, dude, it's a really dope thing, man. Like I said, my only issue with it, and maybe they fixed it since that article got put out, but dude, yeah, they weren't paying the artist, dude. They're lying and saying this and that, or they paid this person, but not like you got to go ask them,
Right.
Where's my money? And I don't think shit should be operated that way,
No,
man.
not at all.
It's not a good look.
Well,
and I didn't want to be associated with it anymore.
Of course, I'm gonna take your word for value, but when
But
it
I
gets
would
to
do
my
it,
turn,
is what I'm saying.
yeah, when it gets to my turn to definitely perform, I'm gonna remember that in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Like, before we do anything, I gotta get a check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's
But,
not $1
yeah.
million or anything. It's the concept of
Oh,
don't be
the
shady.
integrity. Yeah, the
Don't be
integrity
shady
of
with
paying.
like give
Yeah.
me what you gave that dude, or this. Anyways, like I said, that I was even low key didn't even want to put that damn sticker on. But again, I do. It could be dope, man. And there's a So Far in every city in the world. It's not even just the U.S.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
I mean, my checks were coming from Australia. I mean, that's where it started
That's
at.
what's up.
So you could, essentially go on a So Far tour. A lot of artists will end up doing that. Once you get in, all of a sudden bro, if you do well or whatever, you can start networking if you do it correctly, and all of a sudden, Abraham Alexander did that for a little while. Shout out to you, man. He went on a little circuit. He played Fort Worth and Dallas and then Austin, and then I went to New York, and like every city in the country has it so far.
That's what's up. I think I'm gonna go
And
ahead and take that
it's
down.
really dope. Like I said, I'm not gonna just, like I said, I have the sticker on there for a reason, bro. I still have their shirts, this and that. It's dope. But like I said, we'll move past that, dude. But that dude, like I said, but I'm gonna start being in the loop with you, man. I want to come check some of your shows out, especially so far because it's more intimate. I'm not sure if you've watched too many of the videos or not, but dude, it's a more intimate.
Gives me an NPR Tiny Desk type feeling.
Yeah, everybody's sitting down on the ground. It's people are, they're actually told not to talk, during your performance. So that's especially for hip hop, it was really interesting.
That's
because
big.
They're so used to
people talking in the background.
Yeah,
I've had
it
millions of performances. I'm sorry.
No. I didn't want to cut you off. I was just gonna say, especially for hip hop, it was dope because it really shows like who has talent and who doesn't.
Exactly. I've had so many performances. Like the same way I jump in the booth is the same way I come out with even more energy when you perform.
Right.
And as an artist, if you're listening, you're supposed to. But the concept of performing is to bring the same level of energy that the person listens to when they hear the record to life. And every time I perform, I bring that energy. But the bullshit part is that sometimes you can be a good artist and people in the back just won't. They won't catch on to it.
Yep.
They'll be drinking or smoking. That's not them. It's just they just don't value you as much as they should.
Right. Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I like how you're answering your questions, man. Just you just kind of covering. Make sure you're covering everything.
That.
You know what I mean? It's solid, dude.
Thank you.
I wish I was more myself today. I'm usually more not thinking a million miles an hour. That's where you're supposed to come in and take over, bro, and like hold it down for me today.
No, I think you're doing a good job. I like this brother. I told him before the podcast. I said you have like this Quest vibe, or what's that brother name? I forgot his name, but like Quest Flow type vibe, like real neo soul, laid back. And when you speak with a level of you actually having not only the right words to say, but what's relevant to the conversation.
That's why I have him. That's why as soon as we, because we do music and shit, but we just clicked, and that's why I wanted him on here, man. Is because he just chills. He's good energy. Yeah, but when he does speak, it has merit and it has value, and it's not everybody's like that, man. It's rare, really.
Let me ask you a question before I get out of here.
Yeah,
you,
then we can wrap it up. You can go and ask us something.
When you speak, and when you converse with people, like what makes you want to just listen? Because I noticed that you really do listen and you actually take your time.
Just first and foremost, like that's the way I was raised. Like young age, all the older people would speak to me outside of family, and they'd just talk to me. They say I had big ears, like literally had big ears. So like that was like their little joke, but I always had it. Like I just be able to soak up so much. Then the end of the day comes and everybody running in scrambles. They like, well, what should we do? Ask Trent. He already know what to do. He done been listening the whole time. Even if I didn't know what to do, I had some type of recollection of what somebody told me throughout the day. So I was able to say, oh, well, Pop said do this and do this in this order so that the outcome is this. I've just always been that type of person that, like, I need to, almost like a necessity to learn. But it ain't all about learning all the time, because sometimes I just want to be cooling, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's like a I don't know. You said like firm handshakes and all that type stuff. Like that's just like embedded in me. By this point, it's like part of my DNA. My kids gonna have it.
That's good.
I like it.
That's good stuff.
Well, hey man, I'm Maximilian.
Hey, thank you for joining Unfriended. Y'all go definitely
thank you,
support
man, for real.
And look out for Pray. And what was that other one?
Earthly Love. Go get that new drop, Earthly Love. Follow me on Instagram.
Below.
Definitely.
So y'all can definitely check them out. I'm gonna do the same. Before I let you go, just real quick, shout out to Panther City Hat Company. Again, use the code Unfriended at checkout at their website. I'm gonna put the link below. Get your 15% off. I know y'all are out here trying to ball out, with the tax money. You know, get your. They got shirts, stickers, hats, hats for girls, hats for kids, so you can match with your little one, all that stuff.
Get the hats for the family. Go ball out.
Yeah, for real though.
Spend your tax money.
You can, you know, seriously, you know, spend it on something, you know. That's actually, you know, support something local, support something good. Shout out to Klarity Music Group for the production of this podcast. It's Klarity with a K. All these links are going to be below again. Thank you to Maximilian.
Yes, sir.
And dude, I want to have you back on, dude, when I'm a little bit more myself. I do apologize for that, for real.
Man, I take your level of humility.
Scatterbrained.
Nah, your hard work
right
bro.
now, and I hate even saying that on the air, but I always just keep it real, dude.
Yeah.
But thank you, man. Peace, y'all. We will see y'all next week.
All right,